This is WYMT Mountain Sports, your home for the Kentucky Wildcats and local high school sports.
On Sunday night, 4 of the 5 members of John Calipari's 2016 recruiting class were named McDonald's All-Americans. Darren Fox, Malik Monk, Sacha Kalia-Jones, and Bam Adebayo. This evening, Adebayo and his High Point Christian squad played on national television at the Hoop Hall Classic. And Bam, he is a monster around the rim, a double-double machine in points, rebounds, of course, dunks like that. Adebayo and Malik Monk on the McDonald's All-American selection show asked if there is more pressure being named a Mickey D's All-American or playing at Kentucky.
I think it's both, because McDonald's All-American, you only get chosen by certain people, so you got to show up there, and then Kentucky, because Cal don't recruit everybody, so you got to show up.
The expectation in playing in Kentucky, because a bunch of greats came through there, and they want us to do what the greats done before. And we're just trying to play basketball and be together and have fun.
The Southeastern Conference hands down its punishment today. Auburn gets punched with a $100,000 fine for students storming the court after the win on Saturday over Kentucky. As for the Wildcats, they dropped to number 23 in this week's Associated Press Top 25 poll. John Calipari says he's going back to football practice thanks to refs are not sticking to the rule changes. UK's first 7 opponents averaged 24 fouls. The last 5, just 18.
The other thing is we got to go back to football practice. All this stuff about the rules, like we're not going to put hands on, we're not going to hip check, it's done. So they didn't have the stomach to continue it. So we're just going to go back to like I did in 2013, where we just said put on the football helmets and let's go. I mean, the games, they're physical games. Now you drive and you get hip checked. That is an automatic foul. Could be on us too. Those are all fouls. Today, there are other games I'm watching. I'm not just saying this game. All the games I'm watching. Games are back to being like they were.
All right, the 23rd ranked Kentucky Wildcats back on the road this Thursday at Arkansas. 7 p.m. tip time inside Bud Walton Arena. You can watch this game live on ESPN. Well, 3 former Kentucky Wildcats are finalists to make the 2016 Olympic squad. The trio competing amongst 30 guys trying to make that 12-man roster. John Wall of the Washington Wizards, Anthony Davis of the New Orleans Pelicans, and Boogie DeMarcus Cousins of the Sacramento Kings. Boogie was part of the 2014 FIBA World Cup team that went 9-0 and won the gold medal. And then Davis, of course, was part of that team too. Plus, he won an Olympic gold medal in 2012. And Wall is looking to make his first Olympic team after back-to-back NBA All-Star appearances. UPike's Makari Brooks is on the Bevo Francis Award watch list. The award is presented annually to the player who has had the finest overall season within a small college men's basketball team. Brooks is leading UPike at 15 points per game, along with 6 rebounds and 2 assists. Still to come, Letcher Central JBS boys plus the number 2 girls team in the mountains. Southwestern goes to Knox Central to take on the Lady Panthers. Welcome back. A Mountain Top 10 matchup tonight in Whitesburg. Number 8 Letcher Central hosting number 9 June Buchanan. Terrell Carter and the Cougars, 6 days since their last game. Steven Silvers and the Crusaders coming off that tough 14th Region All-A Championship loss. First quarter, Idris Akiemi. The bucket and the foul. Later, Akiemi passes over to Hunter Hammond. Good take there. JBS up by 2, 9-7, but then Terrell Carter starts heating up, steaming up. Look at Carter cook. Part of a 7-0 run to end the first quarter. Letcher up 14-9 at the end of 1. Let's go second quarter. Carter, skip pass, Jordan Gregory. That's a splash ball. 3 of his 10 points of the night. Princewell on a sickie. Big night for him. 11 points. 15 rebounds for the Crusaders. Still a 7-point game, though. Carter, he's not done. Terrell with 35 on the night. Letcher Central wins by 10. They'll host Buckhorn tomorrow night. Girls action. Number 2 Southwestern at Knox Central. Lady Warriors on their first offensive possession around the perimeter to Kennedy Harris. No prob. Good way to start. Elizabeth Latham now. She finds Reggie Cundiff on the backside post. Oh, she fumbles it. That's okay. She gets the bucket there. Southwestern opened the game on a 9-0 run. On the other side, a little inside-outside game. Cassie Hale way out there. She drains it. And then back to the Lady Warriors, Samantha Fitzgerald. She scored a game-high 21 versus Pulaski County Friday night. She scored a team-high 14 tonight for Southwestern, one of 4 Lady Warriors in double figures. Number 2 Southwestern wins 64-51.
I'm Tony, and this is Lady Tiger Basketball on WYMT.
All right, Barberville hosting Thomas Walker. Second half, Jordan Smith. I thought Jordan Smith was a singer. Different Jordan Smith. Bankage. Later, Hannah Schwartz finds Brooklyn Smith inside of the post. Good for 2 there. Spoiler alert, though, this game was all Barberville from the beginning. Kaylee Smith from the wing. Money ball. It's bombs away in Barberville. Whitney Brown. What can Brown do for you? Money ball. Lady Tigers win big, 59-38. All right, don't forget about our Appalachian Wireless game of the week this week. Knott Central travels to Johnson Central tomorrow night. This is boys action. Both programs with up and down seasons so far. The Patriots winners of 4 straight 14th region titles. The Golden Eagles winners of 4 straight 15th region titles. You watch this game live on This TV and WYMT.com, slated for a 7:30 tip time. Oh, the new Alice Oil College Mountain Top 10 rankings are out. Last week, number 2 knocked off number 1. So this week, you know what that means on the girls' side. Harlan County moves from 2 to 1. First time this season, the Lady Black Bears are on top. Knott Central, the former number 1, drops to 4. You see Southwestern and Shelby Valley are 2 and 3, with Harlan, the 13th region All-A champs, back into the top 5. On the boys' side, Perry Central remains the unanimous number 1 team in the mountains. South Laurel at 2, Southwestern at, South Laurel at 2, Southwestern at 3, Lawrence County at 4, Harlan County rounds out the top 5. And then how about Corbin? The Redhounds cracking the rankings for the first time this season. That means there are now 5 13th region teams in the Mountain top 10. But I should mention Corbin lost tonight to Knox Central. So it'll be fun out at the Corbin Arena this year. Definitely, that's for sure. That sports will be back after this.